Chelsea, man. What a load of rubbish. Honestly, I'm so bored. I'm so bored of watching Chelsea. It's always so slow and sideways and passive and easy and just, oh my god. If you can't tell already, I'm gonna be complaining about Chelsea in today's video. Yeah, it's a nightmare. It's painful, but let's get into it. Now, normally when I make these types of videos, I've got like bullet points and a bit of a structure to it. But for this one, I've got one bullet point, and it says Chelsea are embarrassing, and that's all it is. There's nothing else. It's off the top of my head, and it's true. Like, Chelsea are genuinely embarrassing at all levels of the club, on the pitch, off the pitch, in the boardroom, everywhere. It's a joke. So there's going to be no real structure to the video, just me yapping and waffling off the top of my head and complaining about Chelsea, the club I love, but I cannot stand to see them. And the way they're playing right now is so bad. It's just so boring to watch as well. Like I said at the beginning, they're just sideways, passive, slow football. They're obviously the players they've got in attack, right? Arguably got the best attacking player in the Premier League in Cole Palmer. But around him, I don't know what's going on. These players are just not, they're not it. I don't know, they should be it. Obviously on paper, right? They look incredible, as everyone does, I suppose. But it's just like, there's no real idea. There's no real creativity. There's no real, like, I don't know, they seem so lost. Once they get into the opposition half, Chelsea are just absolutely clueless. They're like, oh crap, what do we do now? And I've said it in previous videos about Enzo Maresca, about if plan A doesn't work, there's no plan B. There's no plan B. And ever since Chelsea drew that game to Everton 0-0 in the Premier League, I think it was around mid-December, they've been struggling, man. Everyone found out that blueprint of how to like stop Chelsea attacking, basically. And they stopped plan A. Like, plan A has been scrapped, but for whatever reason, Enzo Maresca continues to try and deploy it. I don't understand. These tactics, clearly, every other team has seen and worked out, and now found a way to counter-attack it against Chelsea, and it's working as well. So, why keep trying it? Why keep doing it? Why not try something different? Why not do a different tactic? Whether it's formation or system, I don't know. But like, do something different, please. Now, this video is a bit of a reaction to the performance against Brighton in the FA Cup, where Chelsea got beat 2-1. Obviously, they play them again on Friday, I believe. Again at the Amex Stadium. So it's going to be an interesting one to see how they get on the second time against Brighton. I can't lie, I'm not really hoping too much from it or looking forward to it at all. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, this video is a little bit reactionary, a little bit based on that performance, and it was so dry. If anybody saw it, I'm so sorry. It was the worst game of football I've seen from a long time. From a Chelsea perspective, all right, Brighton were actually very good, I thought. Their midfield, their press, they were hounding Chelsea all the damn time. Like, credit to Brighton, like, you know, GG's well played. They were very good, they were clinical in their attacks, and yeah, they were the better team and deserved to go through. Brighton defended really well, Chelsea couldn't create a damn thing. Brighton's midfield were incredible as well. They were just all-round better team, and it was quite painful to watch, I can't lie. But I won't blame the players, because I believe the layers to it are the problem. The layers being Maresca, and above him, the sporting directors, and above them, the ownership, alright? I believe that trickles down as the issue. So I part blame Maresca because of the tactics, but then that's because he's kind of forced into those tactics because of the players that he's been given by the sporting directors who are above him. Obviously, getting rid of João Felix, for example, you know what I mean? Had Chelsea had João Felix on the bench yesterday for that Brighton game in the FA Cup, 100% he would have played. So, and he would have made an impact, I'm sure, as well, because he's a very good player. He's creative, he's individual, he can spark something from nothing, right? And if, like him, that game, Cole Palmer's a little bit off it, he's not quite, you know, to his normal level, his normal standard, you can take him off and bring on João Felix, you know? And obviously we've seen it in the past with Conference League matches, albeit, you know, against weaker opposition. But like Nkunku and João Felix, they do have a bit of a link-up going on there. Now, I don't want to sit here and play what-ifs all day because we could go forever, right? But it's just an example of where the sporting directors have let down Maresca, who's then forced to play a terrible system because of what he's got in front of him. It's pain all over the shop, really. And we're just off the back of a January transfer window where Chelsea were looking to buy, you know, Garnacho for like 60, 65 million, which I'm glad they kind of didn't, but the idea of like signing an attacker was there, right? Clearly. So why didn't they sign someone else? Obviously, I guess if you're not getting the right player, then don't do it. But at the same time, they're clearly in the market for a winger or an attacker in general. Yet they let one go with obviously João Felix, and they didn't bring one in. And I obviously got a few injuries as well. Chelsea, Mark Gui and Jackson was injured yesterday as well, and things like that. So it's like, you know, they're really rolling the dice here. And it's not good. It's not good at all. The preparation for the rest of the season is terrible. And one or two couple of key injuries, like a left back, if Cucurella gets injured, Chelsea season is over. If you know, Cole Palmer or Jackson gets injured, Chelsea's season is over. Touch wood, fingers crossed it doesn't happen. But you know what I'm trying to say? They're walking a thin line here, man. They're walking a genuine thin line. Whether Chelsea are backing it for the summer, they're kind of riding what they got right now, maybe dancing a thin line with PSR and FFP, I'm not sure. But yeah, for the rest of the season, obviously getting knocked out the FA Cup by Brighton now. Obviously knocked out of the League Cup by Newcastle, who are now in the final. But it's not great. It's not great. Even there's some doubts towards whether Chelsea can even compete in the Conference League. The way we're performing right now, we ain't got a damn chance, I tell you. Now, I do know the Conference League obviously is, you know, much weaker opposition, yes. But I reckon these other teams are seeing Chelsea, the way they're performing, we can't even score a goal. If you look at the last, like, 3 or 4 goals Chelsea have scored, they've all been like deflections and own goals and just scrappy mistakes and all this kind of stuff. There was a mistake from Kutanov, that was Man City's young defender. There was the own goal from Wan-Bissaka where Palmer did it. There was a goal yesterday with where Palmer scored it again. The keeper made a mistake for Bruggen, I believe. And yeah, it's all mistakes. It's all just goalkeeper mistaken errors or own goals and all this kind of crazy stuff. They haven't scored a well-worked goal, Chelsea, for a long time, which is like screaming red flag in itself. And obviously when it comes to the defence, they're not going to keep a clean sheet, let's be real, you know, so we're kind of almost guaranteed a handicap Chelsea where they're going to concede at least 1 goal. So you got to go and score 2, which for Chelsea is really tough because the goals are really bad. So you can see the problems are there. We can't keep clean sheets, we can't score more than 1 goal. We can't even score a well-worked goal as well. It's crazy. Injuries are adding up, you know, potentially. So we're dancing a thin line of absolute pain. And I really, really hope we don't have to suffer anymore. But more than likely, the way things are going, there's a rocky road ahead. Now, for any Chelsea fans watching this video, I don't want to be complete doom and gloom. You know what I mean? As always with our videos, we try and end it on a positive and something to look forward to at least. And that is the fact that, like I said earlier, Chelsea have Brighton again on Friday, where they have an opportunity to get some revenge. You know what I mean? Albeit it's in the Premier League. You know, obviously Chelsea are fighting for top 4 now. So a big 3 points there would, you know, somewhat help the fact that we've just gone through pain of watching an absolute disaster class, you know, in the FA Cup. So we'll see. Although in saying that, Chelsea haven't won a game away from home since like the 12th of December, which was like 2 months ago. Yeah, so it's not looking likely, but I'm kind of hopeful at some point, but nah. The last month and a half of watching Chelsea has been really eye-opening. They're starting to go through some struggles and they can't get out with it. And it's, yeah, normally some teams, like proper teams, big teams, they go through a couple of game struggles, but they fix it and they get another win straight away and bounce back and then go again. But Chelsea are stuck in this rut. They're stuck in this painful moment where they can't get out. And it's quite serious and it's quite worrying. I'm not going to lie. Maybe that comes with being such a young team and a young squad, going through it together maybe for the first time. But anyway, that's all my thoughts for today's video. Please let me know yours down in the comments below. Where are Chelsea going to end up this season? Are they going to finish with a Conference League trophy in top 4? To be honest, at this point, I'd be happy with that. I think that's the best we're going to get. Conference League trophy, top 4, move on to the next season. Or is it going to be worse? Are we going to get knocked out Conference League, finish outside Champions League spots in the league as well? So we'll see. It's a thin line, man. I can't lie. But yeah, leave a like on the video if you did enjoy. Please subscribe if you are new. Thank you as always for watching. I appreciate the support. You guys are incredible. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. We talk about some football in a bit.